All right, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, should be good. All right, so just got done my last training day of the week. I actually feel pretty good today considering yesterday I was a little fatigued. Yesterday was a good training session too, but like it was just, maybe it was just so hot in here, but I got like halfway through my workout, like after I was doing my deadlifts, I was like, yo, I gotta sit down for a second. I'm super lightheaded. I'm feeling like just super fatigued. So I had to kind of like slow down a little bit for the rest of the training session. So despite that, coming into today, feel pretty good. And did like a little power clean, hang clean combo, I guess you could call it. And felt okay technique-wise. Cleans are one of those things where I feel like it takes a while to kind of get the technique down, but then once you do get the technique down, it's like, oh, like I've had this the whole time. So still trying to figure all that out, the technique for power cleans. It's getting there. Really more so that idea of, what would you say? I guess more so the idea of like catching the bar in like that squat position is more so what I'm trying to get more competent in. But everything else, like I feel pretty good as far as like just pulling off the floor and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like it's just gonna take time to really have that come through. So there's that. But yeah, other than that, everything else are pretty good. Like push press, the weighted push-ups, the lat pull down, the dual lat pull downs. Biceps, triceps, the payload off, wood chop rotations, whatever you want to call them. So pretty solid. I got done in about like, I would say just about an hour and a half. I think I started at like 2:45-ish, maybe 3. And I got done at like just before 4:30. So pretty solid, honestly. Yeah, I don't have any gripes as far as training goes. Yeah, I'm gonna ride out the rest of this block, and then from there, I think once October rolls around, I'm gonna switch some things up a bit. I definitely want to add a little more Olympic lift variations to my programming, and then not that sprints aren't going to be important, but I want to kind of de-emphasize sprints a little bit for the winter months between now and probably like March, April, or maybe like February, and then I'm thinking around March I'll kind of pick up again on the sprint aspect and kind of do a little more speed work and do like twice a week or something. So I'm not going to, obviously I'm still going to stick to one track day a week, but it's going to be probably more than anything just like sub-max work, more like acceleration based stuff, maybe a little bit of velocity based stuff, but going to keep it very simple and just try, honestly, like the main goal is to try and just get stronger between now and then. And then when March comes, do like a mini cut, like 10-ish pounds or so, and then kind of work on a little more speed development or athletic development, if you want to call it that. But yeah, so that's pretty much, that's the plan. I think I'm gonna ride the rest of this month out and then switch some things up. So yeah. One thing I realized a lot recently, especially when it comes to training, like your training career or like your training journey in general, once you're kind of on this path of not really training for performance like you would for strength sport, but more so training just for general strength training, general health, just trying to be as physically fit and physically capable for as long as you can. I think one thing you have to drop is getting super neurotic about specifically your numbers and kind of these metrics that you measure as you would for different strength sports that you would compete in. And I think the reason for that is because, you know, it's so hard, especially if you're trying to balance all these different general qualities at once. Like you're gonna sacrifice some numbers and strength or like speed or something, or time, whatever you're competing in, if you wanna tally all the general qualities that you're training for, and you're just trying to train all these different capacities per se. So I think one thing I've had to drop personally is drop a lot of those. I guess you could say one thing I've had to drop a lot recently are those numbers in my head, right? Where, like right now, for example, I used to be able to bench, squat, and deadlift a hell of a lot more than I can now. And honestly, I'm at the point now where like I don't really care, as long as I'm relatively pretty strong. But I can also move relatively well. I'm relatively faster than I ever was. I'm a little more explosive. My aerobic capacity is better than it was. Then like, I'm cool with that. So I think that's one thing you have to drop, especially if you're going to train all the general qualities, is like, you know, jack of all trades, master of none sort of thing. And that kind of just comes with the price of trying to train those. That's going to come with the price of training those general qualities, you know, year round. You know, so it is what it is. But for me personally, you know, I don't really give a shit. I would like to get to a point, and that's why I'm trying to build my strength up now, where like I would like to get to a point where I can bench 3 plates very confidently. I can squat like 450 plus, maybe even 500 very confidently. And I can deadlift anywhere from 550 to 600 like not easily, but like I can do it like almost on any given day. And I'd be very, very happy with that. That's kind of what I'm trying to get back to. So that's what I'm trying to improve some of my strength work. So, but yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I want to start doing this shit more. So, you know, let's actually do it. So I'm gonna call it there. I'm getting Chipotle. I'm hungry, so I'm leaving. So peace.